It depends on you, and it depends on the choices you make. I chose to live that life I lived. Hello. Hi, my name is Tony. I'm age 57 years old. I was born in LA. I went to Texas when I was 6 months old, came back from Texas to LA when I was 5. My real father died when I was 5. And my mother remarried, she married James Parks. I was 6. And he's the only father that I knew, and he was a big influence on my life. Even though I wasn't his real son, he had 3 more kids by my mother, but he always treated me and my oldest brother as his own till the day he died. And I respect him for that. Until I die, he gonna always be my father. Even with my stepfather, when my father fell to the street, to the drugs on the street, he still kept his head up, and he still did what he can do for me and my brothers. Oh, growing up in a project, you're around pressure every day, you know. I had a kind of rocky childhood. My mother raised 5 boys in the projects. We didn't turn out the way she wanted us to be, but we maintained. I had a lot of big homies that showed me the ups and downs. It wasn't always pretty, but it wasn't always ugly either. I guess I'd say the experience made me the person I am today, because it showed me a lot of mistakes I made, and it showed me a lot of positive things I can do to not be a victim of the system. 4 brothers, 1 sister. I'm the second oldest. Out of 5 brothers, only 3 of us was from the streets. Now, my oldest brother, he really wasn't cut from that cloth. He was more of a preppy type. My little brother next to the baby, he was on his way to the streets, but he died at a young age, so he never really experienced what the streets have to offer because he passed at 17. Yes, it affected me. It still affects me to this day because he died from the hands of my other brother. February 22nd, 1991. I think I was 24, 25. So, and that's kind of traumatizing because the person, when you lose a person, a loved one, and where I'm from, we go retaliate on the person that did our family wrong. But how can you retaliate when it's a family member? So part of you want to do something and part of you don't. So you basically caught right there in the middle. And I don't think when a person experienced that, he never get over it. He just try to hide it and bury it, but he don't never forget it. Like you? Yeah.
So did you forgive your brother?
No.
To this day?
No. I still love my brother, but I love the child that I grew up with, but I can't stand the man today. The reason why I got love for him now because he's basically on his last leg. He's struggling with his health. I'm not the person that dwell on that. So he went his way, I went my way. When we see each other, we talk every blue moon.
Okay. Yeah. Were you guys all there in the same room?
No.
So you heard about it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you believe it when you heard it?
No, because my brother, he supposed to committed suicide. But my brother wasn't the type to commit suicide. And how can you commit suicide when you only have one use of one arm? It's supposed to shot itself on the right side of his head. And how can you shoot a person commit suicide? You get shot on the right side of your head when you got a cast from the tips of your fingers all the way to your forearm, and it covered up your whole forearm. You cannot grab nothing. So how can you pick up a gun and shoot yourself on the right side of your head? So that really put a wall between us. My mother, she grieved in her own way because it took my mother a year to actually, to hit her. Because once my brother died, family was never the same. My baby brother ended up doing stupid shit, ended up in jail for life. Okay, my oldest brother moved to Oakland where he eventually died. Me and my sister not close like we used to be. And then my mother carried so much stress on her behind it. She never told me, but I seen it until she passed. My first altercation with the law, I was 17, and I wanted some Nikes. And I didn't have no job, so the only thing we had to do was hustle, street hustle. So I started street hustling, basically trying to be a street pharmaceutical, you know, and end up going to jail for some, I was selling pieces. That was my first time in jail, juvenile hall. Went to jail for 2 years. It was 16 months from juvenile hall to YA. And once I got out, gave me an attitude like, whatever it is, what it is, you know, and so I was going to jail every other year after that. Yeah, I found myself getting all type of mischief.
So that's crazy. Your first run-in, you got arrested.
Yeah.
Do you think they had it out for you? Like, you think they knew who he was?
Yeah, because the projects back in the 70's and 80's and beginning of the 90's, the police didn't like us. So police would set you up, you know, fight you. You know what I'm saying? So basically, it was just the projects against the police. You know, the person that eased me to the streets was the guys in my neighborhood, you know, because I grew up, you know, lot boy bounty hunter. A lot of people don't know what lot boy is, but they know what bounty hunter is, you know. And I don't gang bang to this day, but that's gonna always be my roots. My more serious crimes?
Yes.
Okay, well, I told you the first time I went to jail, because I've been to prison 11 times. The second time I went to jail, possession of a firearm. Third time I went to jail, grand theft auto, possession of cocaine. Fourth time I went to jail, I had 4 commercial burglaries. Fifth time I went to jail, parole violation. Well, the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th parole violations. The 9th time I went to jail was murder. 3rd degree involuntary manslaughter. My little sister's father him and my mother didn't get along. They got divorced. And he decided he wanted to take his daughter. So he shot up my mother's house with a 20-gauge shotgun. He didn't hit nobody, but he traumatized my sister. He traumatized my mother. My sister was 8 months at the time, and he went into hiding. It took me a year to find him, and he's no longer with us. And they gave me 10 years, the 3rd degree involuntary manslaughter, 10 years. That was the 9th time I went to prison. How my family take it?
Were they like, no, you didn't have to shoot up, you didn't have to go back to get
My mother, she was cool with it. She didn't like my methods, but I erased the problem out of her life. But to this day, my sister resents me. She will never tell me, but I see it because I actually took her father from her. So she grew up without a father, you know.
Oh, that's deep.
Yeah. The 10th time I went to prison, it was gang related. And the 11th time I went to prison, it was false impersonation. The last time I went to prison was 2012. I got out 2014, and I haven't been to prison since. I think prison kind of put fear in every man. Not fear as I'm gonna get beat up or raped or anything like that there. It's the fear that you don't know what to expect when you come to prison. Now, mind you, you're around thousands of men, 24 hours a day, and you're on different type of attitudes and, you know, just different around different people. So you just gotta be the person that you know you can be. I didn't really put pressure on my family because I put myself there. And it's time to step up. I used to talk, now it was time to walk. Prison is designed to do two things. It's either gonna make you weaker or it's gonna make you stronger. You know, jail is fucked up. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Jail is fucked up. It's up to you to keep your cell clean. And for us, the guards, 90% of the guards in there try to get a rep. You're around all these criminals, so they try to be tough. And the other 10%, you know, you might find a few cool guards that respect you for being a man, but majority of them cross you up or try to act real tough, and you knowing they ain't tough at all. So I had a few jailhouse assaults, you know, a couple of assaults on the CO, you know, but it wasn't like a person trying to get a reputation or a person trying to go for bad. You just got to realize where I'm from, you know, you treat a man like a man. But if you think you more superior than that man, you know what I'm saying, you walk it, you better talk it. Yeah, I got added charges. I got a lot of added. Put it this way, this last time I've been to prison, that's the first time ever for my prison life that I ever got out on my original release date. Yeah. And the reason why that happened, because I actually got something that means more to me than me. You know what I'm saying? Which is my family and my kids. My first marriage was...
How old were you?
I was 31. After doing that 10 years, I went to jail. I got out 97. Okay, I met this woman named Deetra. You know, we clicked. I thought she was the one, but you know, women had a tendency to fool men just like men had a tendency to fool women. Well, we ended up getting married. We got married in 2000. We separated in 2002. I was thinking I couldn't make babies. Come to find out, this dumbass woman was having secret abortions. Filed for divorce, so I started doing my own thing. Ended up going back to prison. It's in 2002. Got out 2004. I met this young lady named Bernice. I met her through a dating line service. And we talked on the phone. That was about 10 o'clock at night when I first connected with her on the date line. We didn't get off the phone till 6 o'clock in the morning. So we talked all that time, and I found out we had a lot in common. So I went to go see her that following day. And when we seen each other, we just clicked. Shortly after that, she got pregnant. I didn't believe she was pregnant because my first wife, I was with her for 5 years, and she never got pregnant. So I left, ended up going back to jail. Now, while I'm in jail, she had the baby. She sent me pictures, and she told me in a letter that I'm not trying to get back with you. I just want you to know you got a daughter out here. If you want to be part of her life, that's up to you. And me, my dream, the only dream, everybody got millions of dreams for wealth, money, and stuff like that. My dream is I just want a woman to have my back and some beautiful kids. That's more than money itself. So when I seen the picture, something inside of me just knew that was my daughter. So by the time I got out, my daughter was 6 months. Usually people, when they get out, they go see their mother, they go see their family. I go straight over to her house to see my daughter. That was 2006 when I seen my daughter for the first time, and I never left. I got her pregnant 6 times. 3 out that 6 survived. But when I met her, she already had 5 kids, you know. Some of the fathers was in the picture, some of the fathers didn't give a fuck. And me, I'm the type of person, if you consider yourself a real man, you had the time to lay down with this woman, make the time to raise the kid that comes out this woman. And how can you have feelings for a mother and not have feelings for the kid that she bared? Even though they're not yours, you have to make them yours, because you're not just taking on the mother, you're actually taking on the kids too. You know, I didn't know how it was gonna turn out. It ain't always been easy, you know, but I don't regret nothing. I don't regret nothing. I know for a fact my kids love me, and I don't make a difference between the kids that actually got her pregnant, all my stepkids, to me, all of them my kids, and I treat them all the same. Oh, I got a lot of static. How can you mess with a woman with 5 kids and so many baby daddies and this and that and this and that? I don't give a fuck. You ain't making me happy. A real woman, to me, is gonna have her man's back through thick and thin, not just have his back when things are going good. That's a part of the relationship. You gotta stick it out through the bad times and the good times. And we done had a lot of bad times, and we had a whole lot of good times, but we never separated. I never cheated on her. To my knowledge, she never cheated on me. So, man, we still together to this day. Going on 21 years now.
Okay, so before we end this, we didn't really talk about the Lot boys.
Ooh, a lot boys. I can't really put my homies out there like that, but I'm gonna tell you like this here. It's all the homies in the Nixon Gardens. They showed me how to be tough and how to throw these motherfucking hands. See, a coward motherfucker, he quick to pull a pistol. But a true bounty hunter, he gonna beat your motherfucking ass with these motherfucking things right here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying all my homies, I got along with all my homies. I got love for a true bounty hunter. Not none of these weirdos running around here, hunter this and hunter that. I'ma always have love for the Nixon Gardens, always. See, when you in the projects, we all one gang, but since the projects is so big, you got different cliques. You got the ace line, you got the deuce line, you got the show line, the 5 line, the no line. They might be different cliques, but we all is one. We all still one. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's been going on. Woo! Cause my grandmother always stayed in. I think she was one of the first people to get an apartment in the Nixon Gordon projects in, what was that, 68? I moved in the projects in the 4th grade and moved on 111th when I was in the 4th grade. But my grandmother stayed on 112th. My mother she was trying to raise us as a Jehovah's Witness, but I can't have a girlfriend, can't socialize with worldly people from the streets, And over the years, I got tired. I wanted to do my own thing. I was always excited by the big homies. The big homies got money. The big homies got cars. You know what I'm saying? Then the girls in the hood, the home girls and shit like that. So I basically strayed off and started hanging at my grandmama's house more than I was at home. So eventually, instead of claiming my street, 111th, I started claiming the deuce line, because I was on the deuce line every day. So, and then plus my cousin, Drac, he was living on the deuce, and me and Drac, we were acting more like brothers than cousins. So since he was an LB, a loud boy, I started hanging a loud boy. Oh no, everybody that grew up in the project ain't always end up no thugs. Man, I got some homies that's record producers, real estate brokers, all type of stuff, It all depends on the choices you make. Just because the area you live in, you're not a victim of society. If I can go back as I was coming up, I would love to go back and right a lot of my wrongs I've done and bad decisions I made. But you can never go back. You all just focus on going forward and never make the same mistake twice. If I can go back, I would never left my brother's house the night my brother died. Because if I know I was there, it wouldn't have happened. That's the day that I would love to go back and, that day right there.
Have you ever gotten therapy?
Therapy? Hell no. No.
You should. It's really good.
Nah.
This is like therapy.
Yeah.
Are you surprised that, I don't want to say that you're still kicking, but are you surprised at where you are today?
Honestly, I don't think if I didn't meet Bernice, I wouldn't be here today. I really feel that, because when I lost my brother, I just didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck. I started getting on drugs, you know, just didn't give a fuck. You know, like I said, shit happens for a reason, and people come in your life for a reason. You know, it just so happened I finally met somebody that fits me like a good pair of tennis shoes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I honestly think if my wife wasn't in my life, I don't think I'd be here today, because I didn't have nothing. In my heart, I didn't have nothing to live for, so I was just doing reckless shit. And I guess I made the wrong decision, because God sent somebody in my life, changed my whole life, you know. I'm not no angel, don't get it wrong, I ain't no motherfucking angel, but I don't do none of this shit. We'll put it this way, I don't do 90% of the shit I used to do. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Dynasty from Dynasty Productions. Thank you so much for making it this far. If you have, please don't forget to like, comment, and share and subscribe, okay? Now, I come to you with this content because I want to bring awareness to all the things we go through as regular people and how we overcome these challenges that not everybody faces, okay? So please, if you want to join the team, here's my email. If you want to share your story, here's the flyer. Don't be afraid to hit me up on Instagram. Don't be afraid to hit this number. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you so much for supporting me in my dreams. Have a great one.